Minnow and I went to play frisbee at the park. It's been raining, and so when we got there, I noticed there were a lot of birds. And it occurred to me that when it rains, the worms come up through the dirt and through the grass, and the birds look for the worms to feast on them. Minnow and I went to play frisbee at the park behind the museum. It's been raining, and when we got there, there were a lot of birds. I noticed that the rain makes the worms come up through the dirt and the grass. And then the birds look for the worms. Then the birds look for the worms to feast. Then the birds look for the worms to feast on them. Then the birds look for the words. Then the birds look for the worms to feast on them. Then the worms look for the Then the birds look for the worms to feast on them. Oh my fuck. I've crashed this twice. Part 2, process. I've crashed it twice. I have wiped out I've wiped out some very good work, some very good thinking. I have bits and pieces because I pulled them back out of the trash and I attempted to piece it back together again, but it's a huge mess putting things out of context and bits and pieces and well, I started again and it crashed. So I've crashed this part 2 twice. That's what I have to report for the process so far. And I'm wondering if I should just wipe everything and start again without the bits and pieces. Because I can spin you a tale, I can spin you complexity, okay? I can define every aspect of it, particularly the X. However, if I don't do that, oh my fuck. If I don't give you the complexity, you won't believe me when I say you could go straight, okay? What the fuck? What the fuck? It almost makes it harder to start with bits and pieces of thoughts rather than having it flow organically to cover my ass. Okay? Asset, ass meant. However, in those bits and pieces now that they're all over the place, I pulled them back out of my garbage on my desktop. There are some really good thoughts and parsing that I don't want to just throw away because I worked them deliberately to ass stayed. You can see it as well. So, oh my God. And then there's some things where I'm like, why don't I have a picture of that in my garbage? I took a screenshot. Where is it? I know I had it. And then my notes that I run on my email to myself, I use it like a blank slate. So when I take a photo, then I erase it. I just delete. So I don't even have that, or I have bits and pieces now all over the place. Can I back up my pate as my plate that I asked late? For the second jest and gestate. Oh my God. been working on this since the 26th. The 26th, I got part 1 done. It's the 30th. You could say it's only 27, 28, 29, going on 4 days, but I haven't been sleeping much, and I even missed going to the gym. Because I'm trying to get this done for a gallery opening, November 2nd. And I don't know that I'll be able to do it by that time. Too much going on right now. I can show you all my bits and pieces. Where I was just like, where do I start? Where do I start? And start shaping it, make it organically flow bit by bit by bit. You can see and piece it together as well as I can, and then have it blow. Where'd it go? What the fuck? Where did it go? Pull out part from the trash. Well, that's great, but shit! It's actually more difficult to put it back together that way, organically, in the first place. Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock. Minnow and I have not been outside yet. And, shit. Well, let's talk about shit. I was having a conversation with someone on the street. They saw Minnow and they liked to pet him, and they asked him for a kiss, and Minnow's like, what? You know, and because Minnow doesn't really, Minnow's not very kissy, so thus my dialogue. Minnow's not very kissy. My other dog, my previous dog, Honey Hound, Honey H Hound, because why not? You know, I gave the dog a middle name as an initial, Honey H Hound. Honey Hound was very kissy, but Honey Hound also ate its own shit, okay? So I didn't really like the kisses. And you always knew. And Honey Hound even made poopsicles in winter. Okay, so Minnow's not very kissy like Honey H Hound, but Minnow doesn't eat shit, okay? He doesn't shit and make poopsicles and eat them. What else? There was something else. After crashing this twice, I want to take a shortcut. And not a shortcut in terms of going straight, because at this point, I don't feel it's conceivable. Okay, I can think it's conceivable, but I don't feel it. So I feel I have to take you through the complexity, okay, because I can tell you, I can invite you, straight and narrow, layer eat, be your eat, L-B-E-A-T, but I don't think you're going to believe me. So thus, complexity. I'm going to work all the way through it. Then I back up my pate and my plate that I ate. That I asked straight, okay? I feel inclined to take a shortcut because I want to get this shit on the road, okay? But the shortcut that I want to take is to just put some shit up there, okay? Take those bits and just throw them up there and have you think I thought it well through. Well, I did think it well through, but now they're in bits, and now I have to put those bits and make those bits coordinate. And unfortunately, those bits make me think of new bits, okay? to incorporate. So I'd like to get this shit on the road, and I want to take shortcuts, just throw the shit up there and let you make the coordination. Oh my God. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know where to start. I have a very simple, modest way forward. I have a complexity I need to explain and some pending mischief that we need to see through. How to get there from here? I'm going to create a very narrow opening. So I work with you one-on-one so that I teach you. T-B, teach beach. The harbor, the shore, so it's not sore. Our emotions from sea to sea. Perhaps I'll start with the straight and narrow. The work's already been done. So the only thing left is beauty, tool, lease, as asked. And come as you feel and feed. For real.